Absolutely, and I think from a business perspective, Gen AI can actually be a major driver and influencer of how we orchestrate and simplify business processes. But I'd like to take a step back before we start talking about Gen AI use cases or the challenges related to it. The step back is the process needs to call for a Gen AI use case or a Gen AI intervention, as we call it. So we at Wipro have started a theme that we call as Simplify to Transform, where our first goal is to simplify the business process before we look at any intervention from technology or from Gen AI. The reason being, if we go ahead and orchestrate a process as it is, you are taking the efficiencies of or the inefficiencies of that process in the new technology that you adopt. So as far as Gen AI is concerned, people attribute, and what we've seen and we've learned it across the journey is typically 5 to 10% of your POCs actually make it into production, and that's one of the challenges that we wanted to address. So we did a deeper dive into how do we adopt AI. So one was around the process needs to call for it, and the other is the least talked about component of Gen AI, which is ingestion of data. So typically, as you see, most of the use cases in Gen AI are around natural language processing, where it's conversational, it actually understands context, but really taking that context and weaving it into a business process is where the ROI will come. You're going to get limited ROI from translation or getting a perspective or summarization, because the efficiencies have to come when a AI can or generative AI can orchestrate a process. As an example, let's say if we have people logging tickets, can Gen AI with its superior context interpretation really get the context and intercept a log ticket to provide an automated solution? Because ultimately, if there is a ticket or a service ticket which is based on a policy question, entitlement question, it is basically going off a policy document or a text document. So what we have done, and this has given us tremendous amount of efficiency, we are able to intercept 30 to 40% of our how-to tickets with AI. And overall, between that and some of the automation that we've done in our claims processing and fraud detection, we've saved over 128,000 hours as of today and counting. And we do around 6 million token hits to AI on a monthly basis. And we've got a hit rate of nearly 90 to 95% on successful answers. Yeah, we've got hallucination, we've got wrong abstraction, but over and all, our efficacy has been over 90%. I think this event has been very good in terms of getting honest perspectives from real practitioners, people really trying to solve business problems and openly discussing key trends and how they're really impacting business. So I think these forums are great because this is where you really synergize on what the business requires and how technology can solve business and really getting ROI out of technology. I think Shantari actually made a very good statement earlier. Only 25% of your digital transformations are considered successful. And that's absolutely a great observation, because forums like this, where we look at key enablers, like what is the right intersection between domain, functional, and technology to really move the needle on successful digital transformation. These forums are a key enabler for that in my mind.